Hello दोस्तों, this is the video for CPC 1908 where we will deal with the CPC 1908. This is this is not a particular video where I will try to teach anyone regarding CPC. It's a revisional video where as of my learning learning method, I will understood all the concept much better after um, explaining the concept to others. So this video is uploaded only for with the object to get a good hand on CPC. So this is all the objective behind the uploading of these videos. I will upload daily a video on the YouTube channel where you will get particular notification and particular things regarding this सीरीज ओके सो ये सीरीज़ किसी पर्टिकुलर एग्ज़ाम को फोकस करके नहीं बनाई जा रही है. ये सीरीज़ खुद के नॉलेज और एडवोकेसी स्किल में जो हमें ज़रूरत है एज अ सिविल लॉयर एंड for upcoming exams it will be beneficial. It eventually a beneficial video for you all guys. So so do not compare my video with any other great YouTube lecturers. I am not one of them and I don't want to be one of them because my objective is only to get a good hand on CPC. So that's why I'm uploading this video right now. So let's start the topic. So हम लोग सबसे पहले CPC को एक बर्ड आई व्यू में हम लोग देखेंगे, ठीक है, पूरे CPC को. तो कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ें हैं जो डिस्कस कर लेना चाहिए. CPC 1908 इसकी इन्फोर्समेंट डेट है 1 जनवरी 1909. इसमें टोटल 158 सेक्शंस हैं और इसमें 51 ऑर्डर्स हैं, ठीक है. एज वी ऑल नो दैट एनी कोड या फिर एक्ट is of two kind. One is substantive one, substantive law, and the other is procedural law. Okay, so what do you mean by substantive law? There are two types of law. Mainly there are two types of law. The first one is substantive law and the other is procedural law. Substantive law are those laws which determines rights and liabilities of a person. बोल लो या party. Okay, whether the procedural law provides the procedure or method of achieving that particular right and liability. Not achieving, enforcing. Okay. So substantive law provides the rights and liabilities of the party. If the person do any act or there is any particular act done against him, so what would be his right and what would be the liability of the persons? This will be done under the substantive laws. These laws deals with the particular rights and liabilities. Whether the procedural laws are those laws which after knowing the rights and liabilities of the particular person, it provides the procedure So how the person can enforce his particular right or may seek the liability of other person. Okay, so these are two types of laws mainly. So in CPC we will have both type of laws in nature. First, CPC is divided in two particular things. First is section and the other is order. So sections are substantive parts. Okay, whether we will discuss the fundamental principles of civil suits. Okay, and the other part of the CPC is order, which contains rules. Okay, so this order that contains rules, it provides the procedure that how these fundamental principles works in civil courts, or particularly can be said as in civil proceeding. Okay, so these two types of thing. One thing, there is a one important thing you must have to know, that the sections and the orders are two different things of the CPC. Sections, as I have just mentioned you, that sections are the substantive parts, okay, which contains fundamental principles. Okay, hence it cannot be amended by high courts. Okay, it only be amended by legislatures under article 246 and 107 to 111 of Indian Constitution. Okay, so this was given in article 246 and from a range of article 107 to 111 in Indian Constitution. Whether the legislature have the power to amend the sections, the substantive part of the CPC, whether the high courts do not have the power to amend the sections given in the CPC, because it is a fundamental thing which is given in the CPC, and the orders are amendable by the high courts. ठीक है, इट मीन्स ऑर्डर्स यानी रूल्स जिसमें कि प्रोसीजर के बारे में बताया जाता है कि आप सीपीसी के फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल्स को किस तरीके से इन्फोर्स कराओगे, तो उस पर्टिकुलर प्रोसीजर को हाई कोर्ट्स अमेंड कर सकती है. इट मीन्स ऑर्डर्स रूल्स को अमेंड किया जा सकता है हाई कोर्ट के द्वारा एंड कैन बी इन्फोर्सिबल इन दियर पर्टिकुलर स्टेट्स. ठीक है, और वो अपने स्टेट्स में उस अमेंडेड रूल्स को इन्फोर्स करवा सकती है. ठीक है, सो और इसे लेजिस्लेचर के द्वारा भी अमेंड किया जा सकता है. इसे लेजिस्लेचर के द्वारा भी अमेंड किया जा सकता है. ओके, सो अप टिल नाउ we have done with the CPC, the enforcement date, which is 1st of January 1909. On 1st of January 1909, the CPC 1908 came in force. It's a long story, it's a long history. I will provide a particular video for that, ki how the CPC 1908 will come on here. We will discuss on the first, we will discuss on the section 1 of the CPC, where we will discuss the enforcement of the CPC. So there we will discuss the particular history of how this CPC came, as a CPC 1908. What would be the history? What was the history before the enforcement of CPC 1908? So up till now we have seen that enforcement date of CPC 1st of January 1909. After that we will also know the total sections contained in the CPC is 158. ठीक है, 158 सेक्शंस हैं हमारे CPC में, and it also contains 51 orders which is given in first schedule of CPC के फर्स्ट शेड्यूल में हमारा ऑर्डर दिया हुआ है 51 ऑर्डर्स. ओके, सो वी हैव ऑल्सो डील विद द CPC that it contains there are two types of laws. First is substantive law and other is procedure law. The CPC contains both the laws, both the parts. The sections deal as a substantive part of the CPC, whether the order deals as a procedural part of the CC. Though if anyone can ask you, if anyone asks you that CPC, whether a CPC is a substantive law, whether a CPC is a substantive law या procedure law, what would be the answer? So just remind this particular thing that CPC is a procedure law. Okay, the name itself says that code of civil procedure. What? Code of civil procedure 1908. So it's a procedure law, not a substantive law. Though it contains the fundamental principles, because it is a complete law, whether the fundamental principles, that is the right and liabilities of the parties, are given in the rules, or also it provides the procedure how to get particular rules in force in the civil courts. Okay, so it's a complete law. But if anyone asks you a question that how what CPC can be called as, whether it is a substantive law or it is a procedure law, so you have the always answer in your mind that CPC is a procedure law. Okay, after that we will take a bird eye view. Take a bird eye view of CPC. Okay, so before dive into the bird eye view, let's discuss what CPC contains. The CPC contains preliminary sections या preliminary provisions. Okay, along with different parts. ठीक, तो this is done under sections. Along with, we will read with the particular parts and preliminary provisions with orders. Okay, so the preliminary provisions run from section 1 to 8, and after that we will deal with the different parts of the CPC. The CPC contains total 11 parts. Okay, which have a range of section from 9 to 158. So these 11 parts are divided in from the sections 9 to 158. We will deal with particular things, and along with the reading of the different parts, we will discuss the orders which we made read with the parts, that could be beneficial for both the principal laws and both the substantive laws. Okay, so in the next video we will start from the preliminary provisions. What are the preliminary provision, what the preliminary provision does, and with some parts of the CPC.